to understand how the propaganda works, especially in the US, you need to read the Luntz document.
What we're talking about here is something that is completely indefensible. Israel knows this, and for that reason wants to talk about anything and everything else.
The key, Luntz says, is to claim that the fight is over ideology, not land. About terror, not territory.
You're dealing with Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran, and
it's a tough neighborhood.
It's a tough neighborhood.
Israel can saturate the media with its spokespeople, but there's still the problem of massive Palestinian casualties showing up on television screens.
Unfortunately, innocents do get hurt. We really grieve that.
We're sad for every civilian casualty.
The entire situation is tragic.
You imagine what America would do if it were facing a similar threat.
We always try to ask you the question we ask ourselves. What will you do?
What would you do?
What would you do if more than 3,000 rockets had been fired on your cities?
What would you do? 3,000 rockets.
What would you do?
And what gets pushed out of the frame entirely is the fact that for almost 50 years, Palestinians have been systematically dispossessed from their land and denied their most basic human rights.
What's an Israeli army doing here in Beirut? Solving its problems in someone else's country. World opinion be damned.
This was a game changer in terms of how Israel was going to deal with the question of publicity.
If rockets fly on your head, you're allowed to defend yourself.
Israel has a right to defend itself.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do, and you say a country's got to do what a country's got to do. We have to defend ourselves.